What's going on, everybody? We're back here again in my kitchen, and the reason why is because I had so much fun doing that other potato soup video that I decided I was going to do another one. So today, we're going to make another Samhain recipe that you can make for your Feast of the Dead, or make the cakes for Cakes and Ale for your ritual. Alright, it's a very simple recipe, and we're going to go over it, alright? I'm Cloud, and welcome back to Moon Willow Magic. So soul cakes are a traditional little treat made during Samhain, okay? And there's a lot of history behind it. There's also a lot of conflicting history behind them, depending on which path or tradition that you follow, okay? But what I like to believe is that in the olden times, for All Souls Day, people would come out and these cakes would be made and handed out as treats for the kids, or handed out as treats for the deity and all that, which eventually helped lead into your early trick-or-treating idea, okay? And of course that's been commercialized and all that. We can have a debate about that all day, but what we're doing today for our ritual is we're going to make a traditional soul cake, a little bit of butter, a little bit of apple pie spice, just to give it a little bit extra, some eggs, the usual stuff, okay? So let's get into it. Okay guys, so for this recipe we're going to need 3.5 cups of flour sifted, and then we got 2 tablespoons of apple pie spice, okay? If you can't get your hands on this like already made apple pie spice, which I'm using the McCormick, not sponsored, naturally, so basically if you can't get your hands on that, you want to use equal parts of cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice, and that will create your apple pie spice, okay? We're also using 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. We have 2 eggs already beaten. I'm going to get that piece of shell out of there before I do it. And then 2 sticks of butter softened. Now this butter is not soft yet, okay? So a couple of things you can do to soften the butter faster is throw it in the mic for like 10 seconds, but you don't want to melt the butter. You want it softened, not melted. Another thing you can do to soften the butter is just leave it out for like an hour. Or if you're really in a pinch, you can preheat your oven. And while your oven's preheating, you can put the bowl with the butter in it and put it on top of the stove and let it soften that way. Give it about 5 minutes and it'll soften up for you. Alright, so that is something that I am actually going to do because we are shooting the video and this butter is not as soft as I would like for it to be. Alright, you also want to make sure you have a whisk handy. Yes. Alright. And you want to make sure you got your baking sheet ready to go here. Alright, and we're going to put some parchment paper down on that, so we're not going to worry about greasing the pan. Okay? These cakes are going to cook up nice and fluffy, and they're going to be nice and cute, and then we're going to top them off with some powdered sugar. Okay, the powdered sugar I'm going to get together later. I don't have that ready right now, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So, let's get after it. First things first. As soon as this butter is softened, we're going to get into mixing this batter. So, funny story, guys. I actually had the 1 cup of sugar needed for this recipe off to the side. So when I was grabbing everything in that shot, I forgot to talk about the sugar. Okay, so, guys, if you don't put this sugar in, it's going to taste very bland. Okay, so make sure you get the sugar in there. Okay, guys, so our butter is softened up just to where we want it. It's pliable to where we can work with it now. See that? That's kind of what you're looking for when you're looking for your softened butter. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Alright, now you want to go ahead and cream this in with the rest of the flour. Now this is going to take a lot of arm plans unless you want to use a hand mixer, which I am not going to, but you want to slowly break it in and mix it in with the flour, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this and show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look that much different than other flour, huh? Okay, so here's a little hack for you, okay, guys? If you are having trouble mixing the butter in, okay, you can always use a large fork to kind of cut it in, and then get in there with the whisk afterwards, okay? But it still looks like this. And what we want to do is we want to put the rest of our dry ingredients in first, okay? And then mix those in. So in goes our apple pie spice. And in goes our cup of sugar, okay? Now you want to mix this in as well, the same way you just did, and make sure everything's really well incorporated, okay? And then after that, we're going to put in our wet ingredients. Okay, guys, when you're adding your wet ingredients, you want to make a little well in the middle of your stuff there, just like that, okay? Get that out of there. Make a little well. In goes your vanilla. And in goes our 2 eggs with the shell removed. Alright. Throw that in there. Yes. Yes. Okay, now you want to incorporate this very slowly so you don't make too much of a mess, okay? And you're going to mix this up until you get a nice, firm, stiff dough, okay? So I am going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, so you're going to end up with something like this. Alright? Nice big dough ball. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to take your flour, make sure your table's clean, okay? Right here, and you want to dust it with flour. Spread it out a little bit, okay? And you want to do this so that way you can roll this out. You want to roll this out to about 1/4 inch thick, and then we're going to go to the fun part. Now you're going to end up with something that looks like this, about 1/2 inch out. Now you see these ends, how they're all breaking off? Don't worry about that because we're going to re-dough them, reincorporate them, and then roll them back out to get more cookies, okay? So basically what we have here is a cookie dough. So what you want to do, you take it like a normal glass, flour the end of it like that, and just bam. Pull that bad boy out, and this is going to become your soul cake. Alright? So this is going to cook up a little bit, and yeah, you're going to have a nice little thing. So basically what we're making is a cookie, but they're called soul cakes. Alright? So, I'm going to go ahead and block all these out, get them ready to go in the oven, and yeah, we'll get back to you. So here you go, guys. So this recipe for this dough is going to come up with 16 of these. Now I'm doing these in batches of 8 because I want to cook them on the center rack, and my stove is not that big. Alright, so center rack in the oven. Then you want to set your timer for 25 minutes. And you're going to be cooking this at 350 degrees. Yes. Alright, so now we got to clean up. Boo. Alright guys, so we got cleaned up real quick, and while we're doing that, we still have about 15 minutes left on the timer, so question time. Alright, so my question for this video is, are there any specific recipes that you make for Samhain? Comment below and let me know what you think. 15 minutes later. Alright guys, here we go. So here's what they're going to look like when they're done. Last thing you want to do, I'm going to hit these bad boys with some powdered sugar. Okay? And that's going to be like your finishing touch. Yes. Alright, and you'll put these on a cooling rack and let them cool. Pretty simple, okay? We'll show you the finished product when everything is all finished up. Here they are. Finished product right here. Nice little soul cakes, alright? They're basically cookies on steroids. So, yes, it's a very simple recipe. It really doesn't take that long to make, and it is perfect for your Samhain feast. Okay? So, comment below what you guys think. Yum. So I want to thank you guys for checking out this video today, and I hope that you make this recipe for your Samhain Circle and you guys really enjoy everything, alright? And yes, comment below your thoughts. Let's be sure to answer the question, is there anything special that you make for Samhain? Alright, because I want to know about it, and let's talk about it. Alright, as usual, if you haven't already and you like the video, please like and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell down there. It's down there somewhere. And yeah, that way you can know when we post more videos. But seriously, guys, it really helps us out, and I really appreciate it. So, thank you, guys. Alright. Next time, guys, I'm Cloud with Moon Will of Magic. Bright blessings and blessed be.